What happens when brand trust goes south?
Yeah, I unfortunately, or fortunately for me, have had several examples of where trust was really broken by something the organization did. And then I was brought in to help dig out from the hole that they had created to then reestablish, as you said, trust in the brand and in many cases, the traffic that was coming, because a lot of these were retailers, and ultimately putting their trust in the organization to, in many cases, spend quite a bit of money on the products that they were selling. So one of those was Lumber Liquidators. And before I arrived, they were found guilty of bringing tainted wood. They were a hardwood flooring company. They brought tainted wood into the country from China, and were found guilty of that and had been fined millions and millions of dollars. And talk about a highly regulated industry. Because they had had a judgment against them, we had all kinds of hoops that we had to jump through just to operate. And I was brought in to help rename the organization, because Lumber Liquidators wasn't actually a great name for the organization anyway, in terms of what we sold and the enhancement that we provided to people's homes. But there was also the trust issue with the old brand. And so we went through a pretty exhaustive process of really getting grounded in who our best customer was to ultimately win the day for the brand going forward, and then understood what, in this case, she wanted in terms of an experience with us, so that as she was making the decision on which piece of flooring to spend $10,000 on for the project that she was commissioning for her home, that we could earn her trust and give her the expertise that she needed to make the right decision. And then, of course, once you've changed the name, everything goes to zero and you start over again from an awareness perspective, a trust build, and an overall customer experience. So it was quite an adventure.
Yeah.
So, Todd, are you saying that as part of figuring out how to rebrand and rename, you went to a key customer? And was that part of it? I'm trying to make that connection there, if I understand that correctly.
Yeah, we did tons of research, Alec, starting with, should we change the name at all? Was there any equity in the name brand that we had and the black and yellow logo that we were currently using that we didn't want to throw away? And beyond the first round of research that told us, yes, in fact, we should change the name, we had constant check-ins as we were iterating around what the name should be, what the new identity should be, what colors we could use.